This conference will now be recorded.
The second debt amortization rate 9%, comma, N per, comma, present value, comma. So I wanted to future value is 0, comma. I wanted to check it for end of the period. So it is 10,284. So I cannot take the negative value for the calculation. So I'll make it as minus. So beginning of loan amount is equals 40,000. EAI is, so I'm going to take the EAI value. Interest 40,000 into 9%. Principal repaid equals EAI minus interest. So end of loan amount 40,000 minus principal repaid. So here in the next year, the year end loan amount what is left that will be carried forward. So I'll come here and I will drag it towards the right, and EAI is going to remain the same throughout the all the 5 years. And then interest rate equals, so the beginning of loan amount for the next year and sorry into 9%. Enter. I'm going to drag this towards my right. So principal repaid EAI minus interest. So I will do the fill handle here equals 33,000 minus principal repaid. So did everyone got this values? Type in 1 if you have got the same values.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Soumya have tried. If anybody did not got the value and you want me to explain, I hope everybody has done this. So let's go to the next thing. So how many of you were able to solve this debt amortization? So let's see. Equals EMT, open the bracket, rate is 12%. So here they are telling equal monthly installments. So what I have to do, divided by 12, comma, N per is 5 years, 5 has to be multiplied with 12, comma, present value is 1,20,000, comma, and future value is 0. I wanted to check it for end of the period. So amount is 26,693 I'm supposed to pay. So in order to apply it for the further calculation, I'll just put minus. So here beginning loan amount 1,20,000, EMI equals this value. So interest equals 1,20,000 into 12% divided by 12. Enter. So principal repaid equals EMI minus interest. So end of loan amount equals 1,20,000 minus 14,693. That is principal repaid. So here I'll get this loan amount, end loan amount. I'll come here and just double click. Here EMI is going to remain same throughout the here. Double click. Interest equals this value that is beginning loan amount into 12% divided by 12. I'll come here, do the fill handle, double click on that. So principal repaid, EMI minus interest. So I'll come here, double click, end loan amount. So beginning loan amount minus principal repaid. I'll come here, double click. Let's see whether it is sorted. Everybody understood? If anybody did not understand, I'll explain you once again. How many of you were able to solve this?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you explain the principal repaid and the end loan?
For a debt 3-year.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So EMI, you understood how to calculate?
Yes, ma'am.
Beginning loan amount, I'll tell, equals 1,20,000. EMI equals whatever the EMI value is there, that one I'll take. Interest equals loan amount into interest rate is 12%. They are telling equal monthly installment, means that means every month I'm supposed to pay. So 5 years means in a year I'm going to pay 12 for 12 months. Then principal repaid equals EMI minus interest. So this is my principal repaid equals 1,20,000 minus principal repaid. So I need to do the calculation for the second row as well. Then I can apply the fill handle. So here I'll come, I'll go to the right hand side corner. You can see the black color cross. Double click on it. It is done. Now EMI, it is going to remain the same for every year, for all the months. So I'll come here, double click, my calculation is done. Interest, take the beginning loan amount into 12% divided by 12. Come here and do the fill handle. Black color cross, that is called as fill handle. Double click, my calculation is done. Principal repaid, EMI minus interest. I'll come here, I'll do fill handle. Now end loan equals beginning loan amount minus principal repaid. I'll come here, double click. So in order to check, I'll put my cursor at the beginning. I'll press Control Shift and down arrow. In the last, it should be 0. I wanted you people to try with this. If anybody is having the doubts, in the meantime, I wanted you people to download income statement notes and income statement Excel sheet also. So after this, we'll be continuing with the income statement. Okay, so let's start with the income statement. I hope you people have downloaded both the files, income statement and income statement Excel file. So type in yes if you people have downloaded both the files. Type in yes once you have downloaded the files. Okay, now let's continue further. So what is an income statement in a company means? What is an income statement in a company means? So can we tell it has income statements? It talks more about incomings and outgoings of a business. So whatever the income that is happening, what are the expenses that are happening in a business in simple terms. So we all know that the details related to the companies like return in the investments, risk factors, financial flexibilities, and operation capabilities. So this many things and all it plays a very important role when we are talking about the income statement of the business. So what does this return on investment mean? So this shows the overall performance of the company. Okay, in we will not go in detail. We'll just have a brief about it. So return on investment is nothing but it shows the overall performance of the company. Next, when I'm talking about risk factors, it is the uncertainty associated for the future adaptabilities of the company. Okay. So financial flexibilities means it is the form of adaptability to the new variations or the changes that is happening in the business or they need to take it in order to bring the growth in their business. So operating capability, if I'm talking, it is the firm's ability to maintain different levels of operation. So when I'm talking about the top line of the business, so what would be the top line of the business? So can we tell it has revenue or sales? So revenue means after the sales, whatever the amount, the profit that I'm getting, it is called as revenue or sales. So if my business is doing with good with the sales, then it is in profit. So bottom level of the business means I can tell profit or loss at the end of the financial year. We'll get to know what is the business is. So where does the business stands? Is my business making handsome profit or I'm undergoing any losses or anything? So whatever happens between these two is all about the income statement. So the generic formula you people must be aware of it. Revenue minus expenses. So revenue minus expenses makes the profit or loss. Okay. So the generic formula for calculating, so revenue minus expenses, it will show me the profit or the loss. Okay. So why do we need an income statement? So there are two things what will happen in an income statement. So internal and external things. So internal users who and all requires this in income statements. So the people who needs this income statements, we can state it has a board of directors, company management to analyze where the business stands. So this helps them to take decisions to make a proper profit. Okay. So external users, if I'm talking about, so who comprise the business, like creditors, investors, competitors. So they check whether they can trust in this company or what. So before making any investments, or if the supplier is ready to give the items on the credit basis, all those things, it gives a clarity for them whether they can keep up with the business. Okay. So they then we can call it upon as operating revenue and non-operating revenues. So can anybody tell me what is this operating revenue and non-operating revenue are? So operating revenue, I can state it as it refers to the revenue gained by the company by performing primary activities, like by making the sales. So that we can tell it as direct income or operating revenue. So direct expenses or operating expenses. What is that? Expenses that are directly related to the product sold or service rendered. So for example, if I have to talk wages, factory rent, cost of raw materials, fuel, carriage, invert, all those things. Are you guys able to follow it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now, so non-operating revenue, the income which are earned from the non-operating revenues of the business, like sale of scrap, sale of asset, discount received, commission received. So all those things are called as non-operating revenue or indirect incomes. So indirect expenses or non-operating expenses means it is not directly related or assigned to the core of the business operations. Like the expenses we can talk about, like I can tell salary, telephone bills, printing, stationery, carriage outwards. So all those things, it comes under the non-operating expenses. So when you look at the format, income statement format, so first thing I'm talking about income. So income is nothing but the revenue that is happening in the business. So when the income is going to arise or when the revenue is going to arise means when I am selling the goods or the services. Okay. So then cost of goods. So cost of goods means the cost directly related to revenue of one particular item, like whatever the cost I have rendered to buy one particular item before I make the sales. So that is called as COGS, that is cost of goods. So then gross profit. So income minus COGS is my gross profit. So then OPEX, that is operating expenses. So operating expenses or indirect expenses, like it can include rent, salary, transportation, legal fees, stationery, etc. So then operating expenses, so total expenses. So when I subtract, so I'm going to get net profit. So net profit minus the depreciation. If I'm having any assets or anything, the depreciation that is happening on that particular assets, so then it is going to give me EBIT, that is earning before interest and tax. So before I am spending the amount on any interest that I am paying or any tax I am paying, that is called as earnings. So interest, if I am taken any loans or anything for which I am paying the interest, EBIT minus the interest, then I get EBT, that is earning before tax. So earning before tax, and I subtract tax amount with it, then I will get my net profit or profit after tax. Okay, so this is the format what we follow when we have to calculate the income statements. So I hope you people were able to follow it. So let's not waste our time. So quickly we'll get into the uh, practicals. So here I have shared you the notes so you people can go through. So for each and everything the explanation is given very clear and neat. So you can go through this. If you are still having any doubts, next class you can get it clarified. So now till now, whatever the a brief explanation I have given about income statement, I hope everybody has understood. If you have understood, type in 1. Okay, very good. So I hope you people have downloaded the file, Excel file. So I wanted everybody to open up with the income statement file. So hope you people have downloaded the file. So income statement 1. So let's understand the question first and then I will solve it. So you people can just have a look, follow it, understand, then I'll give you the time to solve it. Okay. So don't try to do it simultaneously. Company ABC, where number of pens sold was 800 numbers at a price of rupees 200. So each pen I am selling at the cost of rupees 200. Initially, the company ABC had 500 pens. So before this, I had 500 pens which I had bought it for 50 rupees. And additionally, I have bought 400. So totally, how many pens I have bought it? 900 pens at the cost of 50 rupees to execute the order. The company ABC, however, incurred expenses like rent rupees 2000, salary rupees 5000, marketing expense 3000. To run this business, ABC company purchased a car worth 2 lakh rupees through loan at a rate of 8% and expected life of the car is 10 years. Tax to be paid is 30%. Find the net income. So for that, first we will apply the calculations. Sales, so how much of sales they have done. So it is 800 and each pen is sold at the cost of 200. 800 into 200, so that is 16,000. So cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold means to sell this 800 pens, whatever this 800 pens I have sold, what is the amount that I have incurred to buy it? So 800 into 50. 800 into 50. That is 40,000 rupees I have spent in order to buy that 800 pens. And once after purchasing, I have made the sell. So here I have bought the pens at 50 rupees per pen and I have sold it at 200 rupees per pen. Okay. Now gross profit will be equals, so 1,60,000 minus 40,000. So 1,20,000 is my gross profit. So now next one is rent. So rent is equals, so rent amount they are telling is 2,000 rupees. So salary it is 5,000 rupees. Then marketing expenses, that is 3,000 rupees. Then total operating expenses, I'll make it as alt equals. So I will add this. Now in order to know the EBITDA, equals 1,20,000 minus 10,000, that is 1,10,000 rupees before any interest, tax, depreciation, appreciation, anything, it is this much. So now depreciation and amortization. Depreciation is, it is happening on the car. So I have bought the car and they are telling that the car expected life is 10 years. So equals 2 lakh divided by 10. So 20,000 is the loss, that depreciation that is going to happen. So equals EBIT, earning before interest and tax, 1,10,000 minus 20,000. So that is 90,000 is the EBIT. Interest expenses. So for this 2 lakh worth loan what I have taken, I am paying the interest at 8%, equals 2 lakh into 8%. So that is 16,000 interest I am paying. So earning before tax equals 90,000 minus 16,000, that is 74,000. And they are telling tax to be paid is 30%. So on what amount I am going to pay the tax means on this EBT, that is earning before tax. So I'll take equals 74,000 into how much of tax I am paying, 30% of it. So 30% means it is 22,200. So now profit after tax equals 74,000 minus 22,200. So this is my profit after tax, or I can tell it as net income. I hope everybody has understood this. Type in yes if you people have understood. Okay, I wanted you people to try this out now. So this one, first one you try, and third one you people try. So it is more over the same thing only. So first one you solve it, whatever I have taught you now, and after that solve the third one. I give you 10 minutes. In between, anybody is having any doubts or something, you can get it clarified. I wanted you people to solve the income statement 1 and after that solve income statement 3. Tomorrow you people will not be having the class. Okay, we'll resume back on Monday, 29th. I hope some 2-3 days back somebody were asking when we will be winding up as they are having some internals. So did you people got to know when you will be having the internals? If anything has such, please inform in prior so that I can inform the same to the management. Okay, let's solve this sum. Pankaj Traders purchased 100 tables for 500 rupees, sold them all for 750 rupees. They had a rent, staff salary, other marketing expenses of rupees 2000. Tax rate is at 25%, wherein dividend we are talking about 20% of dividend. Took a loan of rupees 10,000 at a rate of interest is 10%. Depreciation on the machine will be 2000 and amortization will be rupees 1000 on intangibles. So first I need to calculate the sales, that is equals 100 into 500. Okay, sold 750. So I bought it for 500 and I sold it at 750. And then what is the COGS, cost of goods, equals 100 into 500. Then gross profit equals 75,000 minus 50,000. So operating expenses they are telling 2000 rupees equals 2000. Enter. EBIT equals 25,000 minus 2000. So depreciation and amortization equals, so 2000 plus 1000, 3000. So earning before interest and tax, EBIT, that is 23,000 minus 3000, 20,000. Interest, so it is equals 10,000 into 10%. So 1000 rupees is the interest, equals 20,000 minus 1000, 19,000. So tax, it is equals 19,000 into tax is 25%. So now profit after taxes equals 19,000 minus 4,750, that is 14,250 is my tax. Sorry, profit after tax. Now I have to calculate the dividend. So equals 14,250, that is 14,250 into dividend they are telling 20% of dividend I am paying. So reserves and surplus if you see equals 14,250 minus 2,850. So 11,400 is my reserves and surplus, that is the retained earnings, so which will sit in the balance sheet. So I hope you people have also got the same answer. Type in 1 if you people have got the same answer. So if anybody is having any doubts or anything, please you can get it clarified. Anybody is still having any doubts? Okay, we'll move to the next one. Income statement 1. So here income statement 2. So they have given the clothing retailers income statement details and all. So I have to sort it and create the proper income statement. So here they have given the values directly. So I will just put the values here appropriate in the appropriate place. So sales equals sales equals that is 32 lakh 10,000 and COGS. So COGS will be equals, so that is beginning inventory plus the ending inventory, material purchase. So beginning inventory and whatever the extra materials that I have purchased, I need to add this both and subtract it with ending inventory. So beginning inventory and materials further whatever I have purchased, this two has to be added and further it has to be subtracted with ending inventory. So gross profit will be equals sales minus COGS. So then R&D expenses 35,000, repairs and maintenance 22,000, salaries 2,40,000, lease payment 52,000, advertising expenses 68,000. So total OPEX is alt equals. So this is the total OPEX operating expenses. So now EBITDA equals gross profit minus total operating expenses. So that is 3,60,000. Now depreciation and amortization. So depreciation they are telling it is 78,000. So equals 3,60,000 minus 78,000. So that will be my EBIT, that is earning before tax, and interest equals the amount, sorry, not this one. So interest expenses 64,000 equals EBIT minus interest, that will be my EBT, that is earning before tax. So tax amount, take the EBT value into tax. Here I may not have to calculate, here all they have given the values. So profit after tax will be equals 2,18,000 minus 51,000. So this will be my PAT, that is profit after tax. So I wanted you people to solve this and try with income statement 4. So I hope everybody are from commerce background, so it will be easy for you to solve this. If anybody are there from other streams, I think initially some people they told they are from non-accounting background. If anyone has such, please get it clarified if you are not understanding. I hope you people are able to solve it. So I wanted you people to just give a try with this. Next class we will solve this one also. Okay. Before it, I just wanted you people to give a try and see. If you can solve it. So tomorrow you people will not be having the class. So the classes will be resuming back only on Monday again. So whatever the files I have given, you please download it and keep. So you can try with this income statement 4 and 5 both. If you can solve it, or I will solve this and I'll show you. But before that, I wanted you people to give a try. So hope you people were able to solve this income statement too. It's very simple and easy. If anybody is having any doubts related to whatever we have covered today, can get it clarified. So if all these three income statement, if it is clear, type in 1. Only 3 people have understood. What about others? Okay, before we proceed further, I wanted you people to give a try and try to solve this income statement 4. Okay, if not also fine. If you are not able to solve it, next class I'll explain you this and income statement 5 both. Okay, so I'll wind up the sessions for today. As I told, tomorrow you people will not be having the class, so the classes will be conducted only on Monday again. So you people just check out if there is any internal exams or something it's going to happen in the meantime. Please let me know, because you will be having the classes till 13th, and on 13th you will be having the exams for financial modeling. Where people can leave.